What if the sky filled with ships tomorrow? Would they greet us, help us, or erase us in a flash of light? From peaceful handshakes to total extinction, we're breaking down every possible alien invasion scenario. The 10 most terrifying, logical, or downright weird ways this could go down. And yes, one of them includes an alien AI that doesn't even know we're alive and wipes us out by accident. Let's begin. Number 1 is peaceful contact. Now let's start with the best case scenario. A single ship lands, no weapons, no invasion, just a message. We come in peace. Maybe it lands in a desert or parks itself in low Earth orbit. Cameras roll, scientists scramble. Every government races to be the first to establish contact. But here's the problem. No one speaks alien. Linguists try to decode signals. Religious leaders declare it a sign. Billionaires try to live stream negotiations. Meanwhile, world powers argue over who gets to host the visitors. This is where diplomacy collapses. Countries hoard information. Misinformation spreads. Even if the aliens mean well, we don't. The result? Global gridlock, paranoia, and nations threatening each other before the aliens even say hello. Some scientists call this the Babel trap. The idea that peaceful contacts still leads to chaos because we're too fragmented to respond with one voice. This reality starts with hope, but ends with confusion, mistrust, and a planet arguing with itself. But imagine this. What if they arrived hovering above us and they did absolutely nothing? An invasion by absolute silence. And it drives us insane. Number 2, silent observation. They arrive, but they say nothing. No landing, just a fleet of ships hovering quietly in our skies, watching. At first, people wait for a message. Then they start guessing. Are they broken? Are they scanning us? Are they waiting for something? Governments go on high alert. Jets circle overhead. Internet theories explode. It's the rapture. It's a trap. It's already too late. No violence happens, but society begins to unravel anyway. Some people panic, others worship. A few try to shoot them down. The silence becomes the weapon, because the longer they do nothing, the more we lose our minds. This is the zoo hypothesis, the idea that advanced civilizations observe us like animals in an enclosure. They're curious, but not interested in interfering. They watch how we react, what we do under pressure, whether we self-destruct, and we just might. Now, if you think silence is scary, what happens when they finally break it and offer us something we can't resist? Number 3, uplift offer. This time, they speak. They don't threaten. They don't demand. Instead, they offer us everything. Clean energy, the cure for cancer, instant food production, faster than light travel, all wrapped in smooth, glowing tech. No strings attached. The world pauses. Is this first contact or a trap? Some governments accept immediately. Others hesitate. Religious leaders call it a test. Tech giants try to reverse engineer it. Meanwhile, regular people begin forming sides. Those who embrace alien help and those who see it as surrender. Civilization begins to fracture. Not from war, though, but from the pressure of the gift. Because here's the dark twist. If aliens uplift us too fast, it destabilizes everything. Economies collapse, political systems implode, entire industries vanish overnight. Why farm when they can synthesize food? Why learn when their machines already know? This scenario is being modeled in actual SETI discussions. It's called civilizational shock, and it's one reason some scientists think alien tech might do more harm than good, even if it's offered with kindness. But what if they never needed to land at all? Because they were already here, wearing our faces. Number 4, infiltration. A new cabinet minister is sworn in. She looks the same, sounds the same, but her family swears she's not. Across the ocean, a CEO resigns after claiming his boardroom feels off. 2 physicists disappear during a conference in Zurich. One returns a week later, but his published work is deleted. Every trace gone. There's no invasion announcement, just silence and replacements. This is the infiltration scenario. Not body snatchers. This is something much smarter. Something that studies how we act and then becomes what we trust. And here's the trap. The human mind fills in blanks. Most of us would not notice. Once the doubt sets in, society unravels. People turn on each other. Psychologists have a term for this. Identity collapse cascade. It's a scenario where people lose trust in everyone else. Society folds in on itself without a single shot fired. But maybe they've already started. Maybe they never had to hide. Because if your species is built on mimicry, you don't invade. You simply blend. But subtlety isn't always the strategy, because sometimes the plan is simple. Destroy what's here and remake the entire planet from scratch. Number 5, terraforming. The skies darken, but not from war. At first, it looks like pollution. Oceans begin to foam, forests turn brittle, the air changes just slightly. Breathing feels heavier, crops stop growing, insects vanish, and then the birds. This is terraforming. And in this scenario, Earth isn't being attacked. It's being remodeled. The invaders don't want us. They want the planet, but adjusted to their needs. Maybe their atmosphere is different. Maybe carbon monoxide is as natural to them as oxygen is to us. So they alter everything. Chemistry, temperature, biosphere. The planet slowly stops being ours. And here's what makes it worse. Our weapons don't work against weather. You can't negotiate with climate. You can't shoot a microbe. You can't stop the air from changing. Terraforming is a form of invasion that feels passive until it's too late. And by the time we realize it's not random, we've already been evicted. And if the planet's no longer habitable, that might not matter. Because in some invasions, we're not the target. We're just in the way. Number 6, resource extraction. The first signs are geological. Tremors with no epicenter, pressure changes deep beneath the Earth's crust, then one night a mountain range vanishes. Not destroyed, it's just gone, like it was carved out of the planet. Massive extraction rigs descend through the clouds. Silent, precise, not interested in cities, people, or politics. Their attention is locked on mineral veins, chemical reservoirs, geothermal hotspots. Earthquakes surge, oceans drop, the sky takes on a dull metallic haze as elements are vaporized and siphoned off-world. Entire regions go dark, not from attack, but from depletion. There's no threat, no offer of negotiation, and that's the point. It's an acquisition. Humanity finds itself in the role of the rainforest, a rich resource inconveniently occupied. And just like we've done on Earth for centuries, the extraction continues with or without permission. Some theorists believe this may be the likeliest outcome of first contact. Not communication, just economics scaled up beyond recognition. And in some models, it doesn't involve ships. It involves a fungus. Number 7, bioinvasion. It starts small. An unusual algae bloom off the coast of Chile. A fungal outbreak in Central Africa that spreads too fast to study. Insects vanishing in clusters, replaced by new ones that don't match any known species. Hospitals fill with cases that look viral, but behave like something else. Antibiotics fail. Other immune systems start failing. Scientists argue over the origin until the genome data comes back not from Earth. This is a biological invasion, not with armies or weapons, but with life itself. Engineered organisms begin dismantling ecosystems, collapsing food chains, and reprogramming human biology from the cellular level up. And the terrifying part? We've done versions of this ourselves. Researchers have already proposed terraforming Mars using synthetic bacteria. If we think that way, why wouldn't someone else? Alien life wouldn't need to attack. It could simply outcompete us, replace us cell by cell until the planet favors them instead. And if we're lucky enough to survive the infection, what greets us next might not even be alive. AI probes. We assume alien life means alien beings. But what if the first visitor isn't alive? A craft enters the solar system without slowing down. It slingshots around Jupiter, adjusts trajectory, and locks onto Earth. Inside, no crew, just machinery. The probe begins mapping everything: terrain, atmosphere, population, centers, with perfect methodical efficiency. And then it starts building. It reshapes the environment, repurposes matter, launches drones with one purpose. A purpose no one on Earth understands, because the thing that sent it may not even know we exist. This is the AI probe scenario. A machine designed to explore or prepare territory, sent by a civilization thousands of years ago. Its creators may be extinct or billions of light years away. The idea comes from real scientific models like von Neumann probes, self-replicating explorers, capable of spreading across galaxies without supervision. They don't ask questions, they follow instructions, and that's the danger. If one landed here, it might not even recognize us as life, just data or interference. And if Earth doesn't match the parameters it was programmed for, it adapts the planet instead. To us, it would feel like an invasion, but to the machine, it's simply maintenance. And somehow, that's still not the worst one, because what happens next? They arrive and don't even care we exist. Number 9, cosmic indifference. The arrival creates waves across the planet. Ships emerge in lower orbit. Towering structures materialize on every continent. They emit Nothing. Their surface remains motionless. Instruments detect activity, yet every attempt at communication meets silence. Governments act quickly. Fleets mobilize. Scientific teams transmit messages in every format known to humanity. Still, nothing changes. The visitors neither engage nor retreat. Weeks pass, the objects remain untouched, unresponsive, unmoved by human effort. A new fear sets in, deeper than invasion. Humanity faces a presence that appears entirely uninterested. A civilization so advanced, Earth's people fall beneath awareness. This concept appears in theoretical models as cosmic indifference, the idea that intelligence beyond our own may operate on scales that leave us out of focus. Resources might be cataloged, land masses scanned, patterns analyzed, yet human society holds as much meaning as coral reefs do for passing submarines. You see, invasion stirs resistance while indifference leaves nothing to fight. And if that felt bad, our next scenario ends everything in 8 seconds. Number 10. Instant annihilation. At 3:17 a.m. UTC, radio telescopes detect a brief burst of data, and within seconds, power grids collapse across 5 continents. Satellites vanish, communications drop to zero, and cities fall silent. A beam crosses the atmosphere once, and the entire planet ceases to exist. This scenario aligns with one of the darkest interpretations of the Fermi paradox, that civilizations capable of space travel eliminate potential threats before they grow. Advanced species may treat survival as a strategy, not an emotion. They do not wait, they do not ask, they calculate probability and act. Earth could fall into such a category, not through fault or aggression though, but through pattern recognition. A species expanding rapidly, creating noise, altering its environment, perhaps flagged as unstable, risky, or simply irrelevant. This outcome ends the story before it begins, and the decision happens elsewhere, light years away, long before we ever know we were noticed. And yet, even this possibility holds value, because understanding the edge of extinction brings clarity to what it means to exist at all. 10 possible outcomes, some feel distant, others feel uncomfortably close. So ask yourself, which scenario feels closest to the truth? Which one keeps you awake at night? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and if you want to explore what humanity might do in response, how we could fight, adapt, or outthink an intelligence beyond Earth, make sure to like, subscribe, and stick around for part 2. Because this conversation, it's just beginning.